The spine is one of the most important structure in our body. So today, let's talk about the spine. So the spine is located in our back and it consists of the cervix, and then it also has the thoracic, and then the lumbar and sacrum, and there's also the coccyx. And it's basically 71 centimeters long in men and 61 in women. And it's an S-shaped form, a flexible S-shaped form. The spine is supposed to have curves. It's okay that they have it. And the vertebra and the nerves are stacked onto each other. And given its structure, it performs so many duties in the body. For one, it helps us stay upright. It also helps us when we work, when we jump, when we lift stuff. It helps absorb the force and it distributes it. And most importantly, the spine protects the spinal cord. This is very important. So, given that the spine is doing so much for us, I would say we should take a moment to just express gratitude that we have it in our body. Because imagine the human without the spine will not be able to stand tall. And the connection between the head, the mind, and the body will not be there, because the spine also transport information from the mind to the rest of the body. It's a very important tool. So let's just express gratitude for having it. I'm going to touch mine. Ooh, my hands are cold. So, dear spine, thank you for being in my body. Thank you for working as you should. Thank you for transporting information from my head to down. And thank you for helping me move. Thank you for protecting my spinal cord and my other organs as well. Thank you for all that you're doing that I know of and I don't know of. Thank you for everything. And I promise to take good care of you so that you stay in good health. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's breathe into it. Just a quick breath. Okay. The spine has connections with other organs through the nervous system. So let's talk about how the spinal health affects the rest of the body. First, the nervous system. The spine contains and protects the spinal cord. The spinal cord is part of the nervous system. The spinal cord is involved in our movement, in us feeling and other functions. And it also transmits the information from the brain to the rest of the body. Now, if this nerve is for some reason compressed or in misalignment, this could lead to dizziness, numbness, and other dysfunction in other organs of the body. So it's very important for our spine to stay healthy so that our spinal cord can remain protected and the information between the brain and the rest of the body can be transmitted smoothly. 2, your digestive system. Now, given that the spine is here and our stomach is at the front, we'll think that they do not have any kind of interaction. But having back pain can actually lead to constipation because of the medication mostly. But also, when you need to use the toilet and you have a terrible back pain, the way you hold yourself, your body, it could actually restrict the flow of your stool. So yes, having an upright position, having the flexibility of this S-shaped spine that we have, help us get in the right posture to help us have a smooth stool gang. So yes, our spine affects our digestive system. Also, our posture. Because of the spine, we can stay upright, okay? And because of the spine, it's flexible. We can also move forward, backward, and sideways and all that, right? However, if our spine is weakened because of wrong posture and all that, it could lead to chronic pain around the neck, or as well as a general discomfort when you walk. And you will see that instead of having a flexible spine, flexible movement, flexible range in your movement, you will experience restriction and you will be maybe stuck in one particular position. So having a healthy posture affects the spine, and your spine being healthy affects your posture as well. Now to your circulation and cardiovascular health. A healthy and aligned spine allows for blood and oxygen to flow without restriction smoothly. However, if the spine is misaligned for some reason, it could lead to restriction in the flow of blood and hence oxygen, because oxygen is in the blood. And you will feel tension. And that could reduce the function of certain organs, because you need to breathe, okay? You need oxygen, and it can reduce the function in the brain as well, which the brain sends this message to every other part of the body, and if it's not getting enough oxygen, well, you could go into coma or something. So yes, have a healthy spine. Make sure you take care of your spine. Also, the health of the spine affects your mental health, because if you're in pain, then there's only so much joy you can conjure up, as well as our social life, because if you have any discomfort in your spine, you will feel it when you go outside. I'm not saying that people who have a misalignment in their spine do not have fun. They do have fun, but I'm just saying that there are certain restrictions that they will experience while engaging in the outside world, the day-to-day. So you see, the health of the spine is very important. So take care of your spine. Take care of your spine. So now that we have talked about how the spinal health influences the rest of the body, let's talk about how to take care of the spine. The spine, to protect it, we can, for one, strengthen the core. We can strengthen our back, because by strengthening the back, we reduce the chance of developing chronic back pain and also keep the spine protected. We can do things like planks, pelvic floor movements. We can, of course, go see a doctor if you cannot do this, or get yourself a professional trainer to help you with this. Or you can do some sport activities that are specifically for strengthening the core, strengthening your back. Okay? Another thing we can do is to strengthen the lower half of our body, which means the hips and the glutes, because by having them being in good strength and good health, they take away some force, some pressure from the lower back when we walk, and that also improves the health of the lower back, which directly influence the health of the spine. So those are some of the sport activities that we can do. Of course, stretching, we can also do some stretches regularly. That also helps keep the spine healthy. We can also take walks, go out, people, every now and then. That also helps keep the spine straight and also help improve the strength of the muscles that are engaging in those activities. But also avoid prolonged sitting, prolonged standing, prolonged lying down. That's not really helpful for the back. It doesn't really help the spine. And eat properly. Try to eat anti-inflammatory food. Try to include them in your diet. I'm not saying you should completely change your diet, but just try to include them in your diet so that you have a balanced diet and that you're giving your body enough supplements, enough food, enough energy to actually function as it should. Also drink water. Drink water, yes, but also drink healthy drinks, because not only water, there are other types of drinks that sometimes we need, sometimes we do need the sugar. So make sure you stay hydrated. That's the main goal. Make sure you stay hydrated. Also practice good posture. So be aware of how you sit, how you stand, and how you lie down. Having a good posture helps the spine remain aligned in the right structure. And this one is very important. When we sleep, when we sleep, please buy good mattresses and good pillows because they're really important. Because if we don't have a good pillow, for example, then we will strain our neck and that will restrict our movement. And if you sleep on the wrong mattress, you might wake up feeling some stiffness or some pains. I had that recently. I woke up and I was like, I just had pains. And I was like, why? I don't get it. I didn't do anything, exhausting or strainful. And I realized, oh, okay, it was the bed. The bed that I was lying down for those days that I was away. Those were the ones causing the trouble. That was what was causing the trouble. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, get yourself a good bed. Speak with specialists and get yourself the bed that your body needs. Okay. And the most important thing is to manage stress. Again, stress influences our health, so we need to manage it and reduce it. Avoid stress, manage stress, and reduce stress, okay? We really need to do that because stress does not help our life. It doesn't help us mentally, it doesn't help us physically. So take care of your health, take care of your spine because it's really influenced the other organs and just generally your life. Take care of your spine. In spirituality, the spine is more than just a physical structure. It serves as a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. It embodies the spiritual lessons, the emotional patterns, and also some quantum principles. It serves as a support, inner strength, alignment, and the connection between the body and the mind. It contains, for example, the Kundalini serpent, and the chakras, as well as the elements. According to Chinese medicine, the 5 elements are represented in the spine. The cervix spine, for example, is considered to be the wood, and that includes the creativity, the flexibility, and the vision. The thoracic spine represents fire, which is all about love, joy, and relational warmth. The lumbar spine, which is considered to be the earth, represents stability, nourishment, and groundedness. The sacrum, represented metal, it's all about boundaries, disciplines, grief processing, and emotional processing, basically. And then the coccyx, which is considered to be water, its process represents the deep fears, the adaptability, and the root survival. In metaphysic tradition, the spine is believed to be the tree of life. And in the holistic practices, it is believed that each vertebra consists of a frequency, certain emotion, and hence it consists of everything that we experience in life, the joy as well as the trauma and the stress. This is the reason why we always have to release stress, release the trauma, so that we stay balanced, so that our chakras would be unblocked. That's very important, okay? There are emotional patterns linked to the spine. For example, the upper spine, like tension in the upper spine, is linked to our responsibilities, the mental state of our mind, and our mental state, as well as our stress level. And then we have the midsection. When there are tension in there, it represents guilt, suppression, heartbreak, and grief. And then we have the lower back. When there are tensions in there, then it's mostly related to our root chakra. So we do not feel supported, we do not feel grounded, and we feel unsafe. So if you are experiencing tension in your back, check in with yourself on that level, as well as the physical level, meaning go see a doctor. But on the other aspect of it, the other side of it, the holistic part of it, you can check in to see how those aspects in your life are currently represented in your body. And then make sure to release it, because your body doesn't need the stress, it doesn't need the trauma, it doesn't need the guilt, and yes, your body keeps the score. So take care of your body, take care of your spine. It's very important for us to function as we do. Every part actually is very important. It's crucial to our existence and to us functioning well. So please take care of your body. So thank you for sitting with me, and see you guys next week. Stay healthy and take care of your body. Bye.